Right, this is pre-calculus notes on section 1.6, partial sum of a geometric sequence. The student objective, students will be able to find partial sums of a geometric sequence, and then you're given a formula. Okay. And so we're going to do a couple of examples where I'm going to show you how to use that formula. And the first example, all right, so I'm going to need two things to plug in. Actually, I need three things to plug in to the formula that I'm given. I need to know u sub 1, I need to know the common ratio, and I need to know how many terms, or what's the last term that I'm adding up, the k. All right. So for this problem, u sub 1, the first term, is 1. All right, now we have to figure out what we're multiplying by every time to get the next term. So 1 times negative 4 is negative 4, and negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. And 16 times negative 4 is negative 64. So the common ratio is negative 4. Okay. They are asking me to find the sum of the first 8 terms. So k equals 8. Okay. So I'm just going to plug into the formula now. So the sum of the first 8 terms of this sequence that I'm calling u sub n is equal to 1 times 1 minus r is negative 4 to the power of 8 over 1 minus negative 4. Right, this has to be in simplest fraction form, and so you guys are going to hate this part of it the most, just simplifying this thing. I know you will. All right, so negative 4 to the power of 8, got to get my calculator, is 65,536. On the bottom, I've got 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay. 1 subtract 65,536 is going to be negative 65535. And now I'm going to divide that by 5. I'm doing this in the calculator. I get 13,107. Okay. All right, so that's how you find the sum of the first 8 terms. Okay. These problems are easy when we've got nice whole numbers for the common ratio, or integers for the common ratio. So here we're given another problem that should be just as easy as the last one. So I encourage you to pause this and try it yourself. And now I'm going to go right into the demonstration of this. Okay, so my u sub 1, well, here's the formula. This is the formula for finding each term in the sequence. That's the explicit formula of the geometric sequence, okay? And that actually is in the form u sub n is equal to u sub 1 times the common ratio to the power of n minus 1. They've got an I where n should be, okay? And r is negative 3. Okay? And what imaginary number is your u sub 1 up front? My u sub 1 is 1, because that's in the form of an explicit form of a geometric sequence. I also need to know what k is, It is telling me that K is 10. All right, so now I can use this formula. All right, so I've got the sum of the first 10 terms equals 1 times 1 minus -3 to the power of 10 over 1 minus -3. Okay, so that is 1 minus -3 to the power of 10 is 59,049. 1 minus -3 is equal to 4. 1 minus 59,049 is -59,048. And then divide that by 4 is 14,000